All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you had a wonderful day. Last Thursday, we were talking about how to make money in 2023, and today I am going to show you how to spend money. So we're going to talk about how to get car deals and how to get cars for cheap. Specifically, I'm going to be talking about something called lease hacking. We've brought this up in the past. It's something I've known about, but an understanding of this can really help you out if you just want to get a car for fun and get a good deal or maximize your budget. So like you may think that you're in the budget for like a 3 Series or a Camry, but once you understand this, you might realize you could get like a way nicer car for the same price, and that's like the discretionary side. But also, if you need a car and you're looking for a car, understanding this may just help you get a better deal and ultimately save money. So I'm hoping you learn something new by this. I'm hoping I could expose you to that. I'm hoping you learn a little bit about leases and financing too. So it's going to be enjoyable. But now the second thing that I really hope you get out of this is that this is a potential side hustle. So I'm not going to lose sight of the goal, telling you save money, 10%. I want you to understand this. I'm just letting you in on the little tricks of life here, but this is something you could do if you want to get into a side hustle. So this is what I'm going to tell you, because every time I bring this concept up and I'm sharing people, you could get like this M4 for like $600. There's like EQSs for like $600. These are $100,000 vehicles. That's a very low payment. We're going to talk about it, but everyone's like, how do I get this car? How do I do this? How do this? So this is what I'll tell you right now. If you want me to try to find a car for you, post it below in the country, in the comments. Post where you're at in the country, what state you're in, what car you're looking for, right? So why I want you all to post it, because I also want you guys who are like, hey, what do I do as a side hustle? If you're interested in this industry, the cars, and like you get into the depth of this and you're like, oh, this is pretty interesting. This is what people do as a job. So you could go around and find these lease deals, even car deals for people, and you broker it to them and they'll pay you like $500, $700 just for finding them the deal. So that's a side hustle that you could do once you kind of understand this. So let's get right into it. The first thing, like I said, this is all about leases, and this is called lease hacking. Now, I want to start with something very broad, and it is, why are leases usually cheaper than buying a vehicle? So if you ever go to like a vehicle website, you'll notice different prices. Have you ever clicked on it? It'll say buy price, or here's the MSRP, then here's the lease price. Usually it is cheaper to lease a vehicle. Now, why? That is because you are only financing a portion of the vehicle. So this 3 Series, I'm going to use this one as an example today because I have a small deal for it, and I want to show you what we're talking about here. But the MSRP of the vehicle is $47,295. So if you wanted to buy that vehicle on a 5-year term and even put $3,000 down, you pay your taxes, and I'm assuming interest rate is 5%, because I asked you guys when the last time you bought a car, and like 15 of you just said you bought a car, and you said the interest rate was pretty low considering everything that's been going on. But with all that considered, if you wanted to buy this $47,000 car and finance it, it would cost you $835 a month. As you see here, it's being offered as a lease for $559. So why is that? Because when you buy the car, you are agreeing to pay the whole $47,000 over that 5-year term. But now when you lease it, you are only going to keep the car for 2 years, 3 years, whatever the term is. It is usually 3 years. And then after that, you're going to give the car back. But at the time that you buy it, you, the dealer, the bank, you guys are all agreeing that after 3 years, the car will be worth a specific value. That is called the residual. But it's funny because you go through the ads, you'll see it. It's like right here. I don't know how much I'm going to have to zoom in, but it says right here, purchase option price at lease end is $27,431. You see, it's all in small print, but what that means is that you are going to give the car back to them, and you guys agree the vehicle will be worth at least $27,000. So the difference between $27,000 and $47,000, that is what you are financing. So that is your literal monthly payment. The car is $47,000 295 minus 27431. You are agreeing over 3 years to pay that $19,000 of depreciation, or usually that's what your payments are going to kind of come down to. So divide that by 3 years. That means you're paying $6,600 a year. Divide that by 12. Your monthly payment, $551. They're offering it $559, but then you got to put down payment, all that, which I assume is all factored into that. So that's why leases are usually cheaper, because you are only agreeing to finance a portion of the car. So if it's a $100,000 vehicle, if you want to buy a $100,000 vehicle and finance it, that payment is going to be higher than saying, well, I'm going to keep it for 3 years, give it back, and that $100,000 vehicle will be worth $60,000. So then you only finance the $40,000. You're paying the payments of a $40,000 vehicle to own for the lease rather than buying it at $100,000. So that is where all of the magic happens now. Once you understand this, the idea is now we are going to look for lease deals. You take that amount that you're financing, and then if you could trim it down and get incentives, you could get a really nice car, add a couple incentives. So if you only have to finance $20,000 over 3 years, in the case of this BMW, let's do it all over again so you could see here. And this is without checking any of the deals and showing you how to find them, but 47295, the residual 27431. So now what you are going to pay over the term of this lease is $19,864. So this is where everything happens, because if you get now, let's say, a $5,000, specialty bonus, or maybe it is a loaner vehicle, or there's some promotion going on. If you could get a $5,000 rebate, discount, whatever it may be, take that off the amount. Let's say you have a AAA card, take another $500 off, right? Anybody in college out there, maybe you graduated, maybe you still got the college email, again, take another $500 off. And then let's say it's the same brand or you're switching brands, they may even give you another $1,000 off. So what I'm trying to tell you is that there's ways to get these incentives and deals. You stack that on top of the lower amount that you're financing, and now you see that's a couple discounts. We've already knocked off about $7,000 from the total amount, but like we said, divide this by 3 now. That means instead of paying the $6,000 a year, we're now paying $4,200. Divide that by 12. Now we got that $600 payment or whatever it was, 5 something, down to $357. Now, this isn't going to happen all the time, and now we're going to get into the reality, because the car market has changed. Do deals like this exist? Yes, they do. I'm telling you, I just came across one on there, and this is going to be on you. That's why I'm showing it to you. Or again, maybe you want to get into the hustle. You want someone to find it. Post it in the comments. I'll even make a follow-up video. I'll see if I can find someone a really good deal like this, because I've done this in the past. I've gotten really good deals. There's been like Priuses for like $200. Somebody in the chat brought this up. We've talked about this in the past. They said EQSs, the Mercedes, the prices went up recently, but those are going for like $400 to even like $600, and these are $100,000 vehicles, and that's absolutely mind-blowing. So let's see now how to find them, and you'll see what I'm talking about. But I use this car because I have a decent example, and I'm going to show you kind of the next level of this. But how we go about getting these deals now, there is a website called Lease Hacker, HACKR.com. You're going to go to this website, you're going to go to forum up here, and then you're going to go down to marketplace. This is where the dealers and brokers are. Again, you could get into this business if you're interested in this. Do not underestimate it, but pick your area. There's a lot of good deals in Cali, and that's why I'm saying we could find them. You could talk to people. Once you learn this game and what incentives and promotions when the dealers put them out, that's how you'll start to find out about what's going on and all that. But pick your area and just go through. A lot of times they like update it. You like scroll here and just go to the bottom of the form to get the most like recent thing, and you'll see what they're offering. Again, here's a bunch of BMWs, the prices and everything. So I found one the other day, or right here, and it's the BMW 330. It's literally the exact one I showed you. So this is what's interesting, because if I searched BMW lease deals, I go to my local BMW dealer, it's showing me this vehicle for $559 a month, MSRP $47,000, 36 months, and you have to pay $3,500 down, and that's a down payment. I don't think that is the full drive-off, taxes, insurance, registration, anything like that. So You come over here on Lease Hacker, this marketplace guy, he's offering $46,000, 2023 $330. Looks like MSRP is down 1. The drive off, I don't think this is the down payment. That's after everything, $3,000, and then you're paying $489 a month plus tax. It's going to be maybe a $500 payment, but so is this one. This is $559 a month plus tax as well. So it's only about $100 difference. And like I was saying earlier, a lot has changed in the car market, and you have to do this research. And this is why I'm saying I'm not trying to show you the killer deal right now. I'm just trying to show you how there is a big difference in price. And the real thing is all about understanding the incentives and how you could actually like really lower the amount that you owe. So in this case, it's about like $100 difference, but that could be a very big difference when you really start to think about it, because I was looking at him, I was like, all right, these deals are decent. He has a 5 Series for $569, but pretty much that 3 Series, you could get a 5 Series M Sport, I think a car worth another like $20,000 more for the same price, give or take, that you would have been paying for the other one. So if this isn't the best deal, how do you find the best deal? You got to go through all of these posts. That's why I'm saying see what kind of car you want, see what you're at, holidays, promotions, and see what type of incentives are there. There's multiple things. There's like Conquest. That's when you switch brands. Again, AAA members, students, if you have brand loyalty. So if you had the same car, they'll add that. Loaner cars will usually knock off like $3,000 right off the total amount that you're agreeing to pay there. But it's all about adding incentives to knock off that total amount. So that's what we're really looking for. But I would keep in mind seasonality, because as different things come along, you will just start to see, and it's on you. Like if you're interested in getting a car or not, literally go through all of these and you'll just see something. If anything catches your attention, like I said, you'll scroll to the bottom. What do they got? An EQB. Oh, wow. This one's actually a decent deal. $597 plus tax if you have a Sam's Club and Amex, and then EV. I think if you either owned an EV or if you've never bought an EV, you have certain incentives. I think that's how the Mercedes was doing it. And this one's a $61,000 though. That's the car, but then the EQS is a 107 for like $715. So that was just like 3 days ago. Again, just go over the cars you want. They have Hondas, Genesis, Cadillacs, Toyotas. There is everything. Mercedes EQS deals. Yeah, everyone's been talking about these. So there you go. But Chattadonia, I really hope this helps you out now. I hope you have something to look into. And like I said, this will be the first part of this. I would love to get a follow-up if any of you guys want to really see this, or if you find a really good deal, maybe you want to help the Chads out. It's just going to take a lot of work. So that's why it's just a lot easier if you know what kind of car you're looking for. That's what I'm saying. I wish I could show you guys all the different types of deals, because some cars, like I showed you in the beginning, if you just see the rebates that are offered, you might stumble upon something. And always go check your local dealers too. I'm telling you, the auto market has been very weird, and although I do love this lease hacking thing as of lately, some of the deals are very, very hit or miss, especially if you're like good at math too. If you go to Lease Hacker, they even have like a lease calculator and they show you everything from residual and all that. So if you even like what I'm saying here, I would go explore this website. They have a ton of tutorials on it, and you can learn all about it. So let me know what you think about it. I hope you realize, too, this is your side hustle. And then if any of you want to flip a car for me, you let me know. I got one. I got a car. That's the next video, is how to drive the cars for free and then get paid off of it. That's the like luxury car ads you see. It's kind of real. It is. But we'll talk about that later. But Chad, I'll see you in the morning. We still have a lot to talk about with the market, too. But I love you. Have a good night. Save your money and get the 10% too. Okay. Amen. 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 All right. Horn.